Good day, everyone. I am Abigail Ibañez, the reporter for today's topic. We will be tackling about a story entitled The Foolish Lion and the Clever Rabbit, which is under the Panchatantra, an Indian literature. Introduction. A good story is needed for a child to understand basic yet important life lessons. The stories have a deep influence on every children's character. So it is important to read stories that are not only entertaining but will also add some values to their lives. We are all so busy with the hustles of life. It is very important to take a break from them as it will help us grow mentally and physically. We are living in such an era that everything is available to us with ease. But still, nothing can replace the story narration by the grandparents to their grandchildren. It is the best time to develop warm feelings towards each other as stories are the best way to express our emotions. I know that some of us here, or mostly, have experienced storytelling from their grandparents or parents when we are still kids. Below is the story of a foolish lion and a clever rabbit. The story teaches us a lesson about how a little rabbit saves all the other animals from a ferocious lion. Origin of the story. The story of a foolish lion and the clever rabbit is based on the story titled Numskull and the Rabbit from the book Panchatantra. It was illustrated by Vishnu Sharma in Sanskrit and was later translated to English by Arthur William Ryder. As you can still recall, Panchatantra is one of the oldest surviving collection of Indian fables written around 200 BC by Pandit Vishnu Sharma, a great Hindu scholar. Panchatantra means 5 books, and it has nearly 84 stories which were originally written in Sanskrit. All the stories in Panchatantra teach us important values and morals. So this story, entitled The Foolish Lion and the Clever Rabbit, was one of the most loved stories by the kids. The main characters of the story are of course the rabbit and the lion, along with the other characters which are the rest of the animals. The setting of the story is in the forest. And let us now proceed to the story. Since it is a children's story, you can easily comprehend it as long as you listen to the report and read. I will no longer explain much further as it is very self-explanatory. Once upon a time, there lived a cruel lion by the name Basuraka in a dense forest. He was very powerful, ferocious, and arrogant. He used to kill the animals of the forest to gratify his hunger. This action of the lion was the cause of worry for the animals of the forest. They were worried that after some time none of them would be left alive. They discussed their problem among themselves and came upon the decision to hold a meeting with the lion. They wanted to arrive on a friendly settlement with the lion and to put an end to the problem. So as you can see in the pictures flashed on your screen, here is the lion who was at first killing the other animals to gratify his hunger. However, he started to kill the other animals without any purpose and beyond his need. One day, as per the plan, all the animals of the forest gathered under a big tree. They invited the king lion to attend the meeting. All the animals started looking at each other. They were recollecting enough courage to start the topic. One of the animals stood up and said, "Sir, it's natural to have us killed for your food, but killing more than what is required is not a good approach. If you go on killing the animals without any purpose, very soon a day will come when there will be no left animal in the forest." The king lion roared, "So what do you want?" One of the animals replied, "Your Majesty, we have already discussed the problem among ourselves, and have come up with a solution. We have decided to send one animal daily to your den. You can kill and eat it the way you like. This will also save you from the trouble of hunting." The lion replied, "Fine, I agree to this proposal, but make sure that the animal must reach to me in time, Otherwise, I'll kill all the animals of the jungle." The animals agreed to this proposal. From that day onwards, daily an animal was sent to the lion to become his food. The lion was very happy to have his food right before him without taking any pains of hunting. So every day it was the turn of one of the animals. Below are the animals which are offered to the lion. It started with the deer, followed by the zebra and the cow. Once it was the turn of a rabbit to go to the lion's den. The rabbit was old and wise. He was unwilling to go, but the other animals forced him to go. The rabbit thought of a plan which would save his life and the lives of other animals of the forest. He took his own sweet time to go to the lions and reached the lion's den a little late than the usual time. The lion was getting impatient on not seeing any animal by that time. The lion got extremely furious when he saw a small rabbit for his meal. He swore to kill all the animals. The rabbit, with folded hands, hesitatingly explained, "Your Majesty, I am not to be blamed for that. Actually, 6 rabbits were sent to make your meal, but 5 of them were killed and devoured by another lion. He also claimed to be the king of the forest. I have somehow escaped to reach here safely." The king lion howled in great anger and said, "Impossible! There cannot be another king lion of this forest. Tell me, who is he? I'll kill him. Take me to the place where you saw him." The intelligent rabbit agreed and took the lion towards a deep well filled with water. When they reached near the well, the rabbit said, "This is the place where he lives. He might be hiding inside." In the first picture, the rabbit arrived late to the lion's den, since he walked slowly as if he was enjoying his journey. He had explained to the lion the reason why he was late. Although his alibis were not true, he deceived the lion upon telling him that there was another lion who is trying to take over his throne as the king of the forest. The lion looked into the well and saw his own reflection. He thought it was the other lion. The lion was furious and started growling. Naturally, the image in the water, which is the other lion, was also equally angry. By those time, the lion really have thought that the other lion, which is only his reflection from the water of the well, was true, and when he growled loudly, obviously the sound he produced will create an echo. Due to the foolishness of the lion, he thought that the other lion was also angry towards him. In order to kill the other lion, he jumped into the well. The lion darted his head against the rocks and drowned in the deep well. So these are the pictures on which he thought that the lion was indeed true, and he ended up killing his own self from drowning. The wise rabbit, with a sigh of relief, went back to the other animals and narrated the whole story. His plan upon deceiving the lion succeeded. All the animals got happy and praised the rabbit for his wit. Thus the jubilant rabbit saved all the animals from the proud lion, and they all lived cheerfully thereafter. So this picture illustrates how the rabbit went back to the forest and told everyone the good news. Moral of the story: first and foremost, intelligence is superior to physical strength, or mind is mightier than muscle. The rabbit presented to us on how he has defeated the lion, who is obviously much bigger, stronger, and fiercer than him, only with his wit and intelligence. We must always take note that not every problem can be solved using physical strength, but also through our minds. Second, be kind to others. Do not be cruel and unkind to others. The lion was very cruel and ferocious all throughout the story, which resulted into his death. He never showed kindness and sympathy to the other animals in the forest, since he had instilled in his mind that he is the strongest and threatening animal in the forest. Third, focusing on solutions rather than the problem is the key takeaway from this story. In the above story, the lion jumped into the well without even thinking. Always be reminded that it is always better to think and act wisely than to act without thinking. And lastly, when you are angry, do not make any decision and think about what we have to do. There are also some instances that even us perform and commit regretful and pitiful decisions in life whenever we are too immersed with our emotions. It will negatively affect us just like what the lion have experienced. Just do not lose hope. There will always be a solution for every problem if we think wisely and come up with the better solutions. Although this is a children's story, everyone, including the youth and adult, may learn from the moral which the story conveys. The end of my report, and thank you for listening. If you have any questions or clarification, do not hesitate to send me a private message. Thank you.